You talked last week about how important it was to be able to get the win against Orlando. That didn't happen. What's kind of the mood in the group right now, and what do you do going forward now knowing you're on a five-game winless streak?
Well, the first thing is not think about some of those things. The first thing is to think about what the next step forward, and if we had won these games, if we had tied or we had the results that we've had, growing and learning from those experiences, taking the next step forward, and that's having a great training day today, is crucial, which we've done. And now we have a great training week, and we have a great travel, and we roll into a very difficult game against Washington on the front foot. We take the positives from what these games, and the positives from these 3 games that we haven't got the results we wanted. We've got to thrive off the positives, and we've also, and the mood is, yeah, we're doing a lot of good things. We also have to tighten some things up, and that's 11 players attack for us, 11 players defend. We've got to tighten some things up, and we've got to get back to being hard to break down and hard to beat, and I feel confident that we're going to be able to achieve that this week.
And you look at their first goal, it is another one of those sort of big defensive errors that you guys have had. In terms of seeing those keep popping up, are you concerned maybe about the mentality in the group, or players getting a little bit too hung up on that and it leading to more errors?
I think when you're doing something that you don't like too much of, the more you think about what's in the rearview mirror, I think it can play a role. I think we've always been about trying to look forward and look onto the next thing while learning from the mistakes. I think this week is some really focused work in those areas of the field on making sure we get techniques right, we get decisions right, and same as what we've been doing the last 2 weeks before that is eliminate the opportunities for oppositions to get into those areas. And that's the frustrating thing about Saturday. We could say the same about Seattle, is in those 2 games, if you find another team to pin those 2 quality teams in like we did for 45, 60, 65 minutes of a game, I'll be surprised. We did so many positive things, and we were very aggressive in the way we attacked and defended for large parts. But we need that urgency from the beginning. It can't be 20 minutes in. And I also have to make sure I get it right, bang on from the beginning as well. I think I've regrets from Houston's second half, not making the adjustments. And I think, we against Orlando, I think we were a little bit too open in that first phase, that first 15, 20 minutes. Of course, we conceded some goals and mistakes in that period, but something I can control with the staff is making sure that we start strong. And that's what we're focused on against DC. Starting on the front foot, starting strong, being aggressive with and without the ball. So far, those actions led to good stuff from us.
It might be some of the stuff you touched on, but how do you kind of approach this kind of situation when it's something that you've really not had to deal with as a coach for the Thorns before, that you guys haven't really gone on streaks where you're not winning games?
So I think this is we haven't faced it at the Thorns since this group of staff have been together here, but that's very unique and very rare. This is normal world of coaching, normal world of competing. You win games when you shouldn't win them. You lose games that you feel that you should have won and you deserve to win. I've said it for a few years. I think moments like this will define the success that the teams can have. Every team in this league are very, very good when things are going well. How you conduct yourself and how you continue to find ways to move forward when things are not going so well, things aren't going your way. I think it defines teams, and I think it's been a strength of ours because we've had some bad and low moments in the last couple of years. We have walked away from games in the last 2 years and felt really upset, angry and disappointed with how we've played. This year we felt so good about so much, and we're playing much better, statistically playing much better than the last 2 years than we've had. Flip side, there's a couple of areas that we've been weaker, and we're trying to fix that first very fast. Cut out these mistakes, cut out these goals, and it starts with 11 players being hard to break down, hard to beat. And Yeah, so I think we're facing the normal world. At the same time, I think I spent 10, 12 years of dealing with this picture, this situation, and I've spent more time in this situation than I have being in the other where things are going well a lot. That was brand new to me in the last couple of years. I'm fortunate to work with such great staff, great players, and so I think we feel comfortable with what we have ahead of us, and we feel really clear that there can't be a panic button to being smashed here, and there can't be change of great behaviour or change of great attitudes. We've got to change some actions, we've got to change some defensive things, we've got to change some attacking things and tweaks. But right now the group, I've said it a lot so far, the group has worked so hard, so well and so together this year. The best groups and closest groups I've worked with. Makes it a bit more painful that they're not getting rewards right now, but gives me more confidence that we're going to climb out of this and we're going to get on the front foot and we're going to get rolling.